Hi guys, good afternoon. Good to have you guys. It's Jocelyn here. Hi Miss Denizard, good afternoon. Hi Chisco, good afternoon. Welcome. Thanks for joining me. Ewa, thank you for joining me. I'm proud to have you guys, and I'm happy that you guys are joining me. And it's afternoon here. So I'm just home today, and just wanted to put out this video just for a couple of minutes, though I'm not gonna take too much of your time. It's good to have you if you can. And not Elvis, I see Louis, thank you for joining me. And then I see Adeze, thank you for joining as well. You can read the caption of what I have. I just wanted to just give my own input on based on what is happening recently, the reintegration of the 601 Boko Haram members into the society, and then the effect of this particular single act has got on other people who are trying to apply for visas, to travel overseas, and the fate of those who have been, displaced and littered all over the IDP camps in Nigeria. Now, back to the 601 repentant Boko Haram they released recently. I'm sure most of us have seen the video, the pictures and the news of how this whole thing has been going on. Actually, I have it right here on my screen. Okay, where they released the 601 Boko Harams into the system. So now, which country or leaders in its right senses would want to release a repentant Boko Haram or terrorists into their system? That is the question we need to ask ourselves. With so much killings, with the thousands of people being murdered by these people, by these boys, and then the government decided to release them back into the system, claiming that they have repented after shedding blood, after killing your military men, after making so many women widows, and then you have children who are now fatherless without people to take care of them. There are so many people who have lost the only son or the only child they have due to the fact that they were fighting Boko Haram. Now, the government came up with the Operation Safe Corridor. So now tell me, how does it sound to have these people back into the society? How does it sound to the ear of normal human beings to have them released back into the society after killing a lot of people? Giving them presidential treatment, and telling us that they've been radicalized or whatever. They've repented. They've gone through I think mental rehabilitation. This is an ideology. It's not something that someone will wake up one day after killing a lot of people. You surrender your arms and then you say you've repented, you've changed from what you used to do, and then you put them back into the society. Not just reintegrating them back into the society, but at the same time, recruiting them into the army. That is why we have a lot of killings going on in the army, and this whole thing has actually jeopardized a lot of lives into this, in the army, in the military. So now I'm asking, don't you think it will be wise, or it will be wise for people to actually, to like those in the military to resign from the job they are doing, because it is no longer safe for anyone to be in the military where you have ex-Boko Haram members as colleagues. That is why you have a lot of what is it called? I forgot the language. When you go to fight, then you are being kind of like they give information to these people, and then your operation is being hijacked, and they end up killing a lot of people. They end up killing their own colleagues. This is what is going on, and we have to talk about it. 601 Boko Haram members. This is recently, and we're not even adding up to the ones that happened in the past. So they've reintegrated over thousands of people, of these boys, into the society. the effect this is going to have is going to be massive, and they will still continue to kill. Either way, they will still, they will still have contact with their members. They still have a way to contact their members. So it is not going to go away like that. Putting them into the system is a jeopardy to the life of other people. The killings will continue. There is no way you are going to how do I say it? Sorry for that. There is no way you're going to tell that you're going to say that these guys have been rehabilitated and you put them into the society without them, without them going back to what they know how to do best. They will still continue with the killing, and you see them now migrating to different places. And here I saw that they said how many 14, including 14 foreign nationals from Cameroon, Chad, and Niger. Can you imagine? 14 foreign nationals from Cameroon, Chad, and Niger released back into the society without inducting anyone, without even taking them to court, paying for their crimes. You just release them like that. But now when it comes to people who are just agitating for freedom or who are just protesting, you end up killing these people. You end up killing the unarmed citizens. But the ones who have, who on purpose went into took up arms, started killing people. They did that on purpose. And you said these guys, they are no longer Boko Haram. They've repented, and now you release them back into the society. So what effect do you think that is going to have in the society as a whole? Nigeria is already not even failed. Nigeria is already a failed nation, and you're still bringing such a pressure on the failing nation, and a nation that has already, they're trying to rebuild, or they're trying to, see how they're going to make Nigeria survive. And yet you're bringing these people into the society instead of them paying for their crimes. They didn't take anyone to court. They didn't induct any one of them. They just put them there, and then you say they've gone through rehabilitation and into some program, and then you brought them out and said they are good to go. This is not the right thing to do. The more you release these guys, the more you put the life of your people at risk, especially the masses. You put them at risk. You put their life at risk. Nobody knows who is going to go tomorrow. It might be any one of us. It might be one of our loved ones, but we don't pray for that. But this reintegration of these guys is not the right thing to do. They have to pay for what they did. You cannot kill people. You cannot shed blood of the innocent. You cannot kill the military, the guys, the security forces who are fighting tooth and nail, putting their lives at risk to protect life and property of the people. You cannot just put their life at risk, kill them, and then you say these guys are normal. They cannot be normal upstairs. There is no way their brain can function like human, because they've shed a lot of blood. They've shed so much blood. There is no way they can reason like human beings anymore. Now, giving them such a treatment, giving them, maybe you're giving them money, you're putting them through skills, they're acquiring some skills, you're investing so much money on them. What about the people in the IDP camps? Have you thought about them? Have you thought about them? How they've been able to survive? Nobody is thinking about them. The government does not care about these people. These same guys you're releasing back into the society, they are the same people. They are the same people, who put these people in, who put these innocent citizens in the IDP camps. You displace them of their homes, you kill their people, you chase them out of their houses, and now they are living in IDP camps littered all over the country. But they are not being taken care of. But rather, the government decided to, you see how they kill these guys in white. They are looking so well taken care of, well fed, giving them presidential treatment. Why your own citizens, the people you sworn to protect, are in the IDP camps, languishing. There is no good health facilities for them. They don't have access to clean water. They don't have access to clean toilet. They don't have access to such things. But these guys, they have access to everything. So what do you think? What is the fate of these people? What is their fate? What is their fate? They look up to the government. They look up to the leaders. They are crying for justice, but in the end, they don't get the justice they're supposed to get. In the end, they don't get the justice. but rather you're giving a good treatment to repentant Boko Harams, terrorists. Which country will do such a thing? In other developed countries, if you're a terrorist, you go for it. Once you're caught, you go down for it. It's either you're jailed for life, or you are being hanged, or you just have to face the consequence. You just have to face the music. You just have to face the punishment. There is always a punishment for your sins. But rather in Nigeria, when you come, the best thing for people now to get, to get this kind of treatment, you just have to go up and take up arms, and then you kill. After killing, you come back and say you're done, you don't want to fight anymore, you give up your arms, and then they clap for you and say kudos, welcome back home, and then they put into the society. This is so wrong before man and before God. It is a wrong move. It is so wrong before man and before God. This whole thing now, we've seen that this whole thing is actually, they are using it for fraud, and they're using it to scam it, to loot money. If they are not benefiting from this Boko Haram fight, the insurgency in Nigeria, if they are not benefiting from it, they will not be releasing these guys back. That is why the fight is still ongoing. And tomorrow they come up to say they've defeated Boko Haram. But every day we keep hearing one report or the other. If not Boko Haram, is herdsmen. Then what are the security personnel? What are they doing? Those ones in charge of the security of life and property, what are they doing? Rather, they are endangering the life of our people fighting in the war front, fighting Boko Haram. So guys, for those of us from the southern region, this is the time for you guys to leave. It is a time for you to quit, because it is no longer safe for you people to continue. You're serving the nation, you end up killing yourself. You're wasting your life for nothing. These vibrant young men, they have families, they have kids, they have mothers, aged mothers, elderly people to take care of. But once you're gone for good. You will never come back. And once you're dead, once you're gone, the government will never remember you. And most of you have been buried, secretly been buried, and your people do not know that you're no longer alive. And nobody is saying anything about them. Why don't you just quit? Leave the army, leave the military, because it is no longer safe for you people. You have a call to protect your own land. This is where you should focus your energy and your attention to, not Nigeria. Nigeria is failing. The more you put your life at risk, the more they kill you, and the more you go down for it. You're serving the nation that do not care about your welfare, It is time for you guys to stop. Think about the future. Think about what Oduduwa is going to give to you, and think about what Biafra will give when it comes. They need you guys alive. If you die now, trust me, because they are gradually taking you guys out of the way, because they know what you're capable of doing, because they know you will be needed when the time comes. Now we are clamoring for the peaceful cessation of Biafra and Oduduwa. These guys, they might not do it in peace. They might not do it in peace. Despite the fact that we are crying that we don't want war, nobody's asking for war, and nobody wants war, but trust me, they might not do it in peace. They know that once they take you guys out, they are reducing the numbers. Gradually and systematically, the numbers are being reduced every single day. The effect of this alone, to those sick, have you guys thought about it? Those seeking for visas to travel out, how many times you've been denied visa just because you're from Nigeria? How can you then release or reintegrate these terrorists into the system? And tomorrow they will go out there and seek for visa to travel to Europe. So now they are taking up measures, strict measures, to make sure that visas are being denied to so many people. You and I will be included when that time comes, but we don't pray for that. So it's better we kill this nation, it's better we kill it and then save life, than for this nation to still remain and then kill more lives, and then deny you the opportunity to travel when you want to travel. Do you know what our people even go through to just leave that nation, to just leave the country? Do you know what they go through to leave the country on a daily basis? If they tell you the story of our girls, what they passed through in Libya, you will never know until someone comes and tell you the story. When I heard the story of these girls, oh my God, my heart broke. All because they were all running away from Nigeria. They went through Libya, from the desert to Libya. And in Libya, they are being sold. A friend of mine told me this story. These girls are being sold into slavery. And they, sorry to say, but they use them like, like sexually harassed. Now they end up becoming prostitute in Libya. They use them, When someone told me the story about these girls, what they go through, that even in they don't take shower, they don't bath. They chain them like animals. These guys, they come and they sleep with these girls, even while they were in their menstrual flows. They don't have clean bath. They don't take shower. These men, they are like, if they sleep with these girls like that. They harass it. That is what most of them, when you see them now, it's like they don't care anymore because they've stripped them everything that made them human and woman. So when you see these girls talk anyhow on social media, they don't have shame anymore because they've seen it all. This is what the system has brought on most of our young girls. Until you hear the story, when a friend of mine told me this story, I was like, wow. I never believed that such a thing actually, people go through such a thing in Libya. And when they finally escape to Europe, most of them die trying to cross the borders. They die trying to cross the border. This is because of what the system has given to us, because they do not care about the people. The story is there. If you don't know, you will never know. When I heard that story, my heart broke for those girls. What they go through just to get into Libya. From Libya, they want to migrate to Europe, and most of them die along the road. So when we are crying for Biafra, we are crying for a nation that will give everybody this benefit. So many things are just going on. The wrong way. Things are going on the wrong way. The more we keep quiet, the more these things continue to happen. The more we keep quiet, the more it continues to happen. And when someone comes out trying to make you reason like human, we end up attacking the person. We don't see reasons anymore. Maybe we should all try out. Just try one day. Try to go out there. Just try to find a way out of the country. Try to find a way out of the country. Go through what these girls went through and see how difficult it is. See how terrible life is out there. It's not a bed of roses. It is not. These girls, you don't know what they go through. Even the boys don't know what they go through for them to live. The other day, I saw a guy, this weather is so hot. And this guy is an African. He starts work in the morning. And the heat here, the sun here is like, once it rises in the morning, it never goes down. It's like non-stop. It keeps shining. Like in Nigeria, when the sun comes out in the morning, in the afternoon, then it goes down for a couple of minutes, then it comes up again. This one is non-stop. This guy stands under the sun more than 9 hours. Do you know what he does? He washes cars under the heat. But when he sends money tomorrow, somebody will just squander the money. But they don't know what this guy goes through to make money. My heart bled when I saw this guy. I was like, oh my God, what people go through to make it in life. If when they tell you they are abroad, you don't know what they go through. You don't know the kind of menial jobs they do. And they don't even pay them well. They use these people and they don't get paid well. he might not feel sorry for himself, but if when you have a conscience, you feel sorry for people. You like, you try to, as much as possible, to put yourself in their shoes, to know how these guys, put yourself in their shoes, and then know how you feel seeing your own person in such a situation under the heat of the sun. Imagine if you're light skinned and you're standing in the sun every single day for more than 9 hours. Definitely, that is a natural. You become black all of a sudden. You become so dark skinned. So this is what they go through in life to make it, to leave the country. And when you go back home, they decided to release these guys these guys actually, they are the one that made so many people to leave the country. And you're giving them this kind of treatment, telling us they've repented. 601 is not just 6 people. It is not one person, 600. So you can imagine 601 people when they decide to kill 10 persons each day. If one of them decide to kill 10 persons each day, how many people they will kill in a day? And do you think this thing will stop? It will never stop. It will never stop. They are using this as a means of stealing and looting. The system is so corrupt that nothing seems right anymore. Nothing seems right anymore. So don't you think it's the right time to break up this country? For people to be alive, for people to be safe and sound. There are so many people who have overstayed. Where I am right now, so many people have overstayed. They cancelled visas and things like that. People are they are running helter-skelter trying to find a means of staying, because when you think of going back to Nigeria, they were like, no, I cannot go back there. I cannot go back there. They would rather stay here and remain illegal in the country than to go back home. There is this family, this friend of mine, they also came. They said they will never go back to Nigeria. They will never go back to Nigeria. I said no matter what happens, they will find their way. They will find a way to remain in this country. That they will never go back to Nigeria. Nigeria is a no-no for them. People that were doing well, they left the country, they sold everything to leave. That is to tell you the situation back home. So everybody's trying a means, they're finding a way to live. So now how can you say the country is conducive for people to live? Those ones who are finding it so easy, or who think it's conducive for them to live in that nation, are people benefiting from the loot and from the resources. Other ones, no. Other people, they are not finding it funny. It's so sad. It is honestly so sad. So now these guys, they release into the system, into the society. What data? How do you, even when they kill tomorrow, how are you able, or how are the government able to capture them again, or even their data? You cannot, because we don't have that data to track these guys. Once you're into society, you are gone. Once you're in, it's like, when it's just like a grain of rice or a grain of sand. When you throw it on the floor, it's mixed with other people, with other sand. You will not be able to trace or to even identify this is the particular person. So these guys, as long as they are being released into the system, they commit another crime. Then how will you be able to locate them, to find them? Because we don't have any system to track these people. You don't have the system to track these people. Something happened in this country. Okay, that will be a story for another day. I'll make a video about it. Okay, just for people to be careful. I would also have to make a video about it. That if a developed country cannot be able to find a criminal or a fraudster or someone who took money from people, if they're not able to find, then how much more do you think Nigeria will be able to find 601 Boko Haram repentant when they start killing again? It is impossible. We do not have that system in place. We do not have the system in place. put in power all the leaders in power, they will definitely, you know, the thing I'm so much happy about is that that Biafra and Oduduwa we are going to get. And trust me, when this thing happens, you see all these people who have done all these things to people, they will not go scot-free. Now they have the power to do whatever they like because they are the ones in power. They've got the arms, they've got the bullet, they've got the people to protect them. Yeah, they have the power to do whatever they like now. But trust me, when the time shall come when they will not be able to do anything and they will answer to what they have done. If anybody is comfortable in Nigeria and you think that because you've got money or you've got whatever it takes for you to be comfortable, if you think you're really comfortable, okay, if you think you're really comfortable, that you're safe, that when you sleep at night, you're not afraid, you're free to say so. You can say it, but trust me, nobody is safe in that country. Everybody, when they go to bed at night, you always pray. The next thing, you just wish that the day breaks so that you know what is going on. I remember when I was in Ikorodu some time ago. Every night they said these guys, they will come, the way they kill people, like they use something like stone or something. They break your skull. They gather your brain and things like that. So every night people get scared of going to bed. That is how scary it is. When you go to bed at night, you're not able to sleep. Is one eye closed and the other eye is open? So where is the security? Where I am, you can sleep at night and your door is open. Nobody comes to harass you, but you cannot do that in Nigeria. No matter how rich you are, you cannot sleep at night and say your door is open. Even your security or your mega, they call them mega, the ones that protect, the ones at the door, the ones guarding your house, you don't even trust them. You do not trust them. No one trusts anyone in that country. No one's life is safe. So if you're alive today, when you sleep tonight and wake up tomorrow, you just have to thank God. You sleep today, wake up tomorrow, you just have to thank God, because you never can tell. The story of the woman's daughter that was kidnapped in the southeast. It happened right in their house. They came to their house, and this young girl was taken away. It's not as if maybe she was going to the farm. They came to her house, and she was taken away. So don't think because you've got a big house or you live in a posh area that you are safe. No one is safe in that country. And they have time when they make their when they map out their strategies. They take time to map out their strategies. And when the time comes for them to strike, they go ahead and strike. They don't just plan overnight. They take their time to plan these things. They take their time to plan these things. So when we talk about what is going on, and some people, they come to counter it, then I ask myself, have you ever made an effort to even put out a video or say anything concerning what is going on? No. But some people are busy and they just come up to castigate what others are doing and what others are saying. So if you're comfortable living in Nigeria because you've got money, don't be too sure of tomorrow. 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 When you go out to protest, they come for you. So don't be too sure of tomorrow. You might be killed by a stray bullet. Anybody can come up and attack you. Even the police officers, the ones that are by the roadside, mounting a roadblock, they might even kill you. So don't be too sure. Don't be too sure, please, guys. Even your personal security personnel, the ones guiding you, you're able to you're able to afford. Don't be too sure, because these guys, when when they've taken it up to here, they make their plans, and when they want to kill, they want to kill. They don't look back. They don't look back. When they kill, they just go for it. So don't be too sure. Don't be too sure of tomorrow, guys. Don't be too sure of tomorrow. We keep praying and keep praying that we don't lose any of our loved ones. And I know some people have lost so much loved ones. Okay. We are not happy that you've lost someone, either through stray bullet or through headsmen or through Boko Haram attacks. We are not happy about that. That is where we are all talking. That's why we are speaking out, because we want to save lives. If we are not talking, then more lives are going to go down. And that is not what we want. God has given us life to enjoy it to the fullest. We are here to enjoy our lives, but not for one to come, not for some group of people to snuff life out of you. This is not how God created us to be. This is not how God created us to be. Releasing repentant Boko Haram into the society is wrong. The people in the IDP camps, they are not being taken well care of. They've forgotten all about them. It is another wrong thing. This is a sin against humanity and against God. Denying the good ones visa to travel abroad to find a means of livelihood is another thing, because this is robbing off of so many of us. Because of the evil of some people, is robbing off of you. And there's nothing you can do about it. They keep you frustrated because of what some group of people are doing. They're frustrating the life out of you. So when you finally leave the country, you thank God, you say, I will never go back to Nigeria. So many people are saying they will never go back until the nation is being dissolved. And they're keeping to it. So for those of us fighting for freedom, asking for freedom, we are not asking for war. For those of us asking for freedom, we're only asking for people to be safe and alive. That is what we're asking for. That is what we're asking for. Okay? So I just needed to take these few minutes of your time to come here and put this out. I'm happy to have you guys, and what I pinned here is actually my YouTube channel. If you don't mind, you can go ahead and subscribe to it. It's good to have you. Miss Denisa, thank you for joining me. Hakim, I see you. I see Mrs. Godson, Miss Lizzie, thank you for joining me. I'll have to go right now, and it's time for me to go and do other house chores. Thank you so much for joining. Stay blessed.